So good morning, it's Nikki from Energy and Emotion here. Beautiful morning, wow, it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, I think, and the birds are singing. It's just one of those gorgeous days, and so I've done a little oil reading today. So I closed my eyes and I chose 3 oils for today, so I'm going to speak a little about them. What came up was lavender, vetiver, and eucalyptus. They come out back to front. So lavender, I think we all know lavender. One of my favourite oils, takes me straight back to Provence and south of France and whatever. Lavender, as we know, it's a very relaxing oil. It's very, very good against anxiety. I just want to my zoom on that. Yeah, a very good calming oil for relaxation, sleep, and anxiety. It's also fantastic for those who are frightened to speak their truth because they're frightened of being unloved, not loved. I don't know. I forget my English sometime. That if we speak our truth, that we won't be loved enough. We're frightened of what people think of us if we speak our truth. So it's really working on the throat chakra to help us really to be authentic in what we say, and not to be frightened of coming forward and speaking our inner self, our inner truth. Let me just see if I can smell this one. I'll do it one-handed and get the lid off. So with these oils, that they're so potent, they're so strong. You know, some people just take oil, go like they're going to sniff a drug. Don't do it, because they're so strong. It can actually create a lot of emotion otherwise. And it's almost like you're doing like with a glass of wine, how you really get the aroma going. You get the vortex into your nose. Oh, it's just heaven. This lavender, I just feel like I'm rolling in a field of lavender flowers. It's absolutely divine. And obviously we know that lavender is extremely good for burns and for insect bites. Also good against insects. You can diffuse it against flies and mosquitoes. Oh God, I just love it. I could drink that. And it's so funny with lavender, because I've always been drawn to lavender, and I just thought it was about Provence, but I also think it was because of the fact that I was able to get my word out there. My throat chakra's been blocked for a long time, and this, funny enough, I often pull this oil just before I'm about to speak on video. And so I really think it's, for me, it really is about getting my truth out there and speaking from the heart, and not to be worried what people think of me anymore. Take me or leave me, that's who I am. So I'm going to read the other 2 oils, and then I'm going to give a collective feeling for the 3 and how I feel they come together. So the next one is Vetiver. Oh, it's I don't know if you can see, but it's the top of the oil is very sticky. It's a very, very thick oil. When you pour this oil out, you're there for a long time, waiting for that gloopy drop. It really is gloopy drop to fall. And I think that also shows these oils, just how amazing they are. They're not all the same consistency. They're not all the same colour. They really are as they arrive. And it's such oh, it gets me right here. It's such an earthy smell, and it really, I could drink this oil up as well. I sometimes use this to sleep on the bottom of my feet, 1 drop on the bottom of my feet. Vetiver really brings us back in our body. It's very good for those who are too much in their head, which is probably like me. I get way up on my head. Who are too kind of out there and not enough in their body. So it really helps us to accept our place on earth right now. People who are very, very scattered, who yeah, just too out of their body. I actually had a friend I was talking to yesterday. She said I'm never really in my body, and I said you need Vetiver because that will really anchor you in. And it's also really good for really bringing up the dregs of emotions we don't want to face, of really digging deep, of releasing, of not avoiding anymore, but really, you know what I think, what comes to mind, you know, the stickiness I showed you on the edge of the bottle. For me, it's like the dredges at the bottom of a barrel. You know, when you've emptied like, I don't know, a wine barrel, as I'm here in France, and at the bottom there's this thick dredge. That's what that does. It really gets you down in those depths. It gets you down in the bottom of your body, and it really gets you, okay, let's really see what's going on here. Scoops it up and brings it up to the surface. Very, very powerful oil. And then eucalyptus, this kind of made me laugh today. Not by chance I brought up eucalyptus. So I think we all know that this oil is so refreshing. It gets right at the back of your nose. I remember when I went to Portugal a couple of years ago, and there were forests of eucalyptus trees, incredible, with their bark that just, it's like paper and just hangs off in strips. Incredible, incredible. But they burn like matchsticks. Portugal had a lot of fires a few years ago because of that, because it's a very, very volatile oil. And eucalyptus, obviously we know for colds, etc., it's really good for breathing, for cough, for the lungs. So it's not by chance I bought this oil. This oil came to me because of what's going on in the current climate with the virus. Eucalyptus is also extremely good for those who, a bit like the hypochondriacs, you know, I need to be ill to have attention. I'm always ill, looking for the next symptom. Eucalyptus is really good for this too. And because eucalyptus works on the lungs, for me it's also good for grief and for feeling of suffocation. And the three oils together, so eucalyptus, vetiver and lavender. For me, it's really about this climate right now, that this virus is around, and it's really getting at the lungs, that people can't breathe, and I really feel that's a suffocation. We're suffocating under the system, grieving the world, the earth that we would love to exist but isn't, that we've lost where we've come from. And I just really think that it's really time when all this is coming to the surface and people are really having to face their inner truths, although a lot don't want to. I think a lot's still very much avoiding it, but it will happen. And I think vetiver, it's not by chance I brought that up as well. It's really showing us that we really need to start digging deep into the depths of our soul, and to really face our shadow, the darker side, and to release it. Because as I said on a video yesterday, that really what's going on in the world, we've now got a choice. We either don't face our fears and go down the 5G route with the internet, and all this control stuff that's happening and whatever. That to me is the fear side. We can either not face it and go down that route, or we can go into 5D and awakening by releasing the shadow, and that's what vetiver is doing. And lavender, for me, it's really getting out there, yeah, and speaking the truth, being who we really are. And I think it's also obviously with the anxiety that's around. I asked people yesterday, you know, what feelings are coming up for you, and a lot of anxiety. And so, you know, lavender, the three of these oils today, I'm going to diffuse them and put the intention out there that the vibration of these oils goes out to whoever who needs it right now. These oils, talking about their vibration, they are 5D. 5D means, yeah, awakening, ascension, spiritually guided, connected. And for people working in 5D, who are working in energy, who are working anything that's connected with spirit, don't use products that are in 3D. You know, it's going to bring you right down. And these are so high vibration. Most oils I find, you know, are great for the physical. Got to burn, put lavender on it, doesn't matter. But if we're working on really the depth of our soul, if we're doing spiritual work, energy work, you've got to have the products that do that. And these really do. They shift things big time with one drop. And I won't touch any other oil because of their vibration. I've seen it where people have just hold a bottle, not even smelled the oil, and burst into tears because of the oil within it, of the vibration of it. Extremely powerful. And so that's why when I diffuse them today, I'm really putting out the intention that their vibration goes out to you who needs it, whether you're feeling anxious, you're digging into your emotions and need that little bit more of a push. And for eucalyptus, of those, you know, who have maybe got the virus or are frightened to get it. And that will just help to relax into what's happening. And I know there's a lot of emotion as well behind this virus. It's not just a virus. I think there's not by chance the people who do get it. No, that's because I was out and I got cold here, not the virus. So I hope you enjoy those oils. I'm just going to lift the camera up so you can just see where I am right now in my garden. I've got a gorgeous rosemary. I don't know where. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's that way. There's a massive rosemary bush behind me. I love my rosemary. So enjoy your day with this beautiful sunshine. And just, yeah, start thinking about what you want to release from you, what emotions are coming up. And I can really help with that with the emotion code. Because we can do work, but the emotions still stay. The emotion just being a ball of energy. Oh, just a little snail coming to see me. And those emotions can actually stay in our aura, in our energy field. So I'm here to release them. So just if you want more information, just PM me. So I'm going to go and enjoy this beautiful day, and I'll speak soon.